Hi everyone, we are going to discuss about functions in C. So, what is a function? A function is a small piece of code that utilizing in the multiple times in the same program. So, we are utilizing the function concept. A self-contained block or code that performs a specific task. What is the benefits of the functions? The modularity, reusability, readability and efficiency is the uses of the functions. This means every time you don't want to enter the code for the same work or same task, so the task was particularly placed in somewhere, we are utilizing the multiple times, so it is used as the reusability. Then basic structure of a functions, the function having a function header and function body. Function header means the function declaration is called as the function header. This means every functions having the data type, function name, then arguments. The arguments also called as the parameters. Next, we are going to discuss about function declarations and definitions. Function declaration means every function name having the data type or return type, then followed the function name. After that, the parameter list. So, parameters means it having some arguments, informs the compiler about the function's existence. Return type is the data type and parameter list before its definition. Next, function definition is the uh, program. Here we are utilizing the return type, function name, parameter list and having the function body. So before I talk about the every functions having a function header and function body. Function declarations only having the function header only. Function definition having the both. This means the header functions also here, then body of the functions also here. An example, int add int a int b and braces return a plus b. Here the integer is the data type or return type of the functions. Add is the function name. Then integer a and integer b, these both are the arguments of the functions. Here we are utilizing the addition of the program. So return a plus b. This means a is the one of the variable and b is the one of the variable. We are adding these two variables and stored in somewhere. So this functions utilized in the every part of the program. This means where it was want the same function, we are utilizing that functions. Then if you want to utilizing the function, we should the function call. Function call means the function name then arguments. We are putting the function name then having the arguments. What is the process of the function call? The control is transferred to the function. Second one is arguments are passed to the functions to the parameters. The function code is executed. If value is returned, it is assigned to the function call expressions. Then control is returned to the calling point. This means where it was want to put the function, then we can call the particular function name then arguments. The function parameters having the formal parameters and actual parameters. The functional formal parameters having the variable declared in the functions parameters list, where this means we are utilizing these formal parameters only in the declaration of the functions. Actual parameters values are passed to the functions during the call. This means the function definition having the actual parameters. Then pass by value. This means a copy of the actual parameter is passed to the functions. Changes made to the parameters within the functions do not affect the particular original values. Then pass by reference means it address of the actual parameter is passed to the function. Changes made to the parameters within the function affect the original value. This means pass by value is not affecting the original values, but the pass by reference is affecting the original values. We can utilizing the pass by value or pass by reference, which I want to declaring or which I want to utilizing here depending on that pass by value and pass by reference. Then return values used to return a value from the function. If we want to void return type means the empty of the data type or empty of the functions. Next, the function scope and storage classes. Function scope and storage classes means the function it will be vary on the local variable or global variable. Then storage class means if the function determines the lifetime of the storage duration of a program or variable. It having the auto, static and extend. Recursion means a function that calls itself directly or indirectly. A particular function call itself. It is called as the recursion. Base case, the simplest case that can be solved effectively or directly. Recursive case, the case that reduces the problem to a simple version of itself. Recursive case is a very efficient way to utilizing the functions. It can reduce our memory location as well as the code. So the function is the very important concept in our C. Not only in the C, all high level languages also utilizing the functional concept. Okay, we go to discussing one program for functions. Here the factorial program was utilizing here. We know that every C programs was started with header files. Then we putting the function for here. We noted here integer is the data type, factorial is the functional name, integer n is the argument of the factorial or parameter list of the functions. If n is equal to 0, then return 1. Else of the program return n into factorial of n minus 1. This means the factorial concept we are utilizing in the mathematics. So factorial means if you put 5 factorial means 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This is the factorial concept. So we are utilizing here the function for factorial concept. Next we started with main function. We are putting the variable declaration here. The variable declaration, integer is the data type, num is the variable. Then print up, enter the non-negative integer. Every factorial having the non-negatives. So we are putting the non-negative numbers or positive numbers. Then scanf we can getting the particular number. Next we how to check the conditions using the if conditional statements. If is the keyword, we know that then num is the getting the value less than 0. If the function was continued up to the number was 0. So error factorial less than 0 number is not utilizing the factorial. So it was the declaring the error message. Then we want to putting non-negative numbers. The result was factorial of mnum. Here the factorial of num is the functional call. So this statement was identified here. Then the program was forwarded to here. Go and utilizing these codes for the particular statements. So the factorial program is utilizing the functional concept. So every programs having the function declaration and function definition and main functions. The main functions ask the user to enter the non-negative integers. Then if the number was negative or 0 or positive, it based on the display on error message. Calls the factorial function with the input numbers and stores the result. Print the calculated factorial. Then recursion is the factorial function is the classical example of recursion. It breaks down the problem into smaller. So recursion functions utilizing for the program is divided into smaller part of the code. Similar subprograms until it reaches the base case. Base case means it is essential to prevent infinite recursion. It defines the simplest case that can be solved directly. Next, recursive case. The recursive case reduces the problem to a smaller instance of the same problem. Then function call. The main function calls the factorial function, passing the input number as an in these arguments. Then return value, the factorial function returns the calculated factorial value to the main functions. So this example demonstrates how the functions can be utilized in the modularized code, improve the readability and solve complex problems recursively. Thank you.